Okay? So, ayan. Now, let's try to start. Uh, okay. So, subukan nating umpisahan. First up, let's try to understand what a dividend is, no? Kasi ito yung mga madadalas na tanong on an individual level, 'di ba? So, para dun sa mga bago pa lang sa stock market, dividend is basically it is a payment, no? That a company makes to its shareholders. Usually every year ito. Pero may mga companies kasi that also gives out dividends ng semi annual or twice a year, and meron din naman nagbibigay quarterly. Okay? So iba't ibang mga companies ito as a way of sharing its profits with the stakeholders or the shareholders, which is basically kung meron kang hawak ng stock na yon, then technically you are considered as a shareholder. Okay? Now in Tagalog, ang tawag ko dito is balato. 'Di ba? In a colloquial term, balato naman talaga siya kasi you are, kumbaga, isa ito sa mga perks, no, of owning a stock, no. So hindi lang siya basta-basta about uh, price appreciation, but also for dividend purposes. Now, it can be a great investment vehicle for a number of reasons, no? Pero yung mga pinaka-common are ito. It provides steady and predictable source of income, and it can be on a compounding interest. Ika nga. Okay? Kasi syempre, with dividends, ano yan may mga companies kasi that really part of their bylaws kasama na nagbibigay sila ng dividends galing sa kanilang unrestricted or sa mga profit nila from the previous period. And that period usually is yung previous year nila. Okay? Now, let's try to talk about an anatomy. Kasi syempre, what we wanted to see in a stock is kung nagbibigay ba siya ng dividend. Now, paano natin malalaman if nagbibigay siya ng dividend? Through a dividend announcement. Okay? Let me try and show you what I mean by that. Teka ha. Here. I go to Edge. Mag-open lang tayo ng isang kahit anong dividend lang. So let's say for example SCC, since yun yung medyo common or popular nowadays, 'di ba? So ayan, okay. This is an example of a dividend announcement. Okay, iisa-isahin natin ha kung anong mga kailangan nating malaman if you wanted to be eligible sa dividend. Okay? So una sa lahat, syempre ex-date. Yan. This is the most important information or one of the most important information sa isang dividend declaration if you wanted to be eligible. By knowing kung kailan yung ex-date, you can make yourself eligible sa stock dividend. Okay? Pangalawa, record date. Now, this one is mahalaga sa mga companies. But for us, retail traders or retail investors, hindi masyado. Kasi the moment mag-qualify ka lang dito sa X-date na to, technically, pasok ka na rin on the record date. Okay? So, tingnan natin ha, para at least medyo masaya. Now, again, this is an example of a dividend announcement. So, sabi ko kanina, unang-una sa lahat, ito, ex-date. Ito yung pinaka-importante. Sa siya makikita, usually nasa taas yan. Okay? Nasa taas. Dito mo yung makikita, wala sa body ha. Minsan may naghahanap dito kung wala, nasa yung ex-date. Nasa taas po yun. Bakit? Hindi ko alam. No? My hope sana is nilagay nila sa body rin 'di ba? Kasi doon yung madalas doon pumupunta yung mga traders, yung mga listeners or yung mga viewers, 'di ba? But I don't know. And then record date, no? So si record date, ito nasa body ito. Usually, ayan. Saan yun? Ayan. Pa, 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 okay. Ayun, ito siya. So, ito yung record date. Ayan. Hinahanap ko siya, no? Ang tagal. Okay, nasa baba lang pala siya. Okay? Pero again guys, wala tayong pakialam on the record date. Sa company yan. Okay? Ang pinakamahalaga again sa atin is this. X date. Okay? Next is payable date. Itong payable date, again, ito yung date kung kailan nyo makukuha. If you are eligible, doon yung makukuha yung dividend ninyo. Saan siya makikita? Ayun, nasa baba. There you go. Okay? And then, the dividend rate. Ito. Sa dividend rate, ito, ipapakita naman sa inyo kung halimbawa kung ilang shares ang hawak mo, ito yung ito yung amount, no? Kada share na hawak mo. So, for this one, ito. Ayan. 350, no? For SCC. Ayan. So, kada isang share na hawak mo, meron kang 350 pesos. 3 pesos and 50 cents. And then, dividend yield. Si dividend yield, hindi nyo makikita sa announcement. Okay? Wala yan dito. Okay? Pero sinama ko lang yan dahil for some, ito yung gusto nila makita. Now, when we talk about dividend yield, ibig sabihin nito, you are just trying to calculate kung magkano siya in terms of percentage, yung number of hawak mo and yung rate, no? Yung dividend rate mo. Okay? So siguro some other time lang natin pag-usapan yung yield, no? At least for now. Ayan. Now, there are, of course, ito hindi alam to ng karamihan. So, may ano siya, kumbaga, this is something new for some, but there are actually 3 types of dividend. Yung pinaka-common na alam natin is, of course, yung cash dividend. Like for example, itong kay SCC. Diba? This is a declaration of cash dividend. So, self-explanatory, cash ang ibibigay sa inyo the moment you are holding the stock. Okay? While the second one is a stock dividend. Ayan. So, this is the second most common. When we talk about stock dividend, mamaya I'll give you more details na lang siguro, no? And then the third one is a property dividend. Ayan, dun sa mga may hawak ng AC dyan at saka ASEN, ito very recent lang na nangyari. Nagkaroon ng property dividend si AC. Okay? So, tingnan natin isa-isa ha. So, on the cash dividend, ito yung most common yan. Kung mapapansin natin, as the name implies, cash dividend. So, from here, itong si SEC, kada hawak mo, meron kang 3.5 no? Per share na dividend sa kanya. Okay? While the second one is a stock dividend. So, sa stock dividend, kung mapansin natin, this is actually in terms of percentage. Ayan. So, this is one example kay Cityland. No? Way back noong, early this year lang naman siya, noong April 28, nag-declare sila na magkakaroon sila ng 5% stock dividend. So again, yung eligibility requirement is similar to all. Nagkakatalo lang sila kung anong klase ng dividend yung ibibigay sa'yo. Okay? So this one is percentage. So ang makukuha mo is number of shares. For example, meron kang hawak na 100 shares ng land. Okay? Kunwari, 100 shares. Okay? Now, kung bibigyan ka nila ng 5%, then what's 100? Yung 5% niya is 105, di ba? So, at the payment, magiging 105 shares ka na. Okay? So, ganun lang, kasimple. Di ba? The last one, ito yung least common. Okay? Least common ito, pero it happens. Okay, so dito, ito, as I've mentioned kanina, si AC, Ayala Corporation. So, noong last year, nagbigay siya ng dividend, pero instead of cash or stock, ang binigay niya is AC na stock. Okay, so dito naman, sa isang property dividend, ang isa sa pinakamahalaga dito is the ratio. Okay, ratio ang mahalaga dito kasi dito mo makikita kung ilan yung makukuha mong ASEN or kumaga kung ano yung ibibigay nilang stock sa'yo. Normally sa isang property dividend, yung nagbibigay nito is the parent company and then ang ibinibigay nila is yung isa sa mga child companies nila or subsidiaries nila. Okay? So, ayan. Kay AC, at that time, ang binigay nila is ASEN. No? Kaya actually nung mga nakaraan, nakita ko sa social media, may mga nagtataka, bakit ako nagkaroon ng ASEN? No? I think nangyari ito ng just a week or couple of weeks ago. Nagtataka sila, wala naman akong biniling ASEN, for example, pero nagkaroon ako. And this is the reason. No? Si Ayala Corp, nagbigay siya ng property dividend. Okay? So, ayan. Ayan. So, eto. Let's go to strategies and play. Ay, wait lang. Before I actually go here, no, check ko muna yung comment section na kasi baka may mga questions tayo dito. So, teka ha. Hello, Danny. Good evening. Ayan, maraming salamat. Sabi ni Lauren na biktima ako ng stock dividend nung first time. Nagulat ako, biglang bumaba uh, ang price on the X date. Okay, yeah. Oo, kasi kasama din 'yon, no? Kasama din 'yon. Whenever we talk about X date kasi, yun yung sabi ko nga sa inyo kanina, 'di ba? Yun yung pinakamahalaga. And if you know when the X date is nung isang stock or isang company, you can actually make a strategy kung paano siya gagawin. Okay? So, ayun. Sabi ni Roberto, taxable po ba? Yes, lahat po. Lahat ng is taxable. Siguro yung pangalawa lang ang hindi, unless you sell it. Okay? Unless you sell it. So at one point kapag binenta mo 'yon, may tax pa rin siya. No? Merong withholding tax. Pero I think nasa 10% lang naman, which is not bad at all. No? Besides, technically libre lang naman 'yun. At least meron, 'di ba? And then, teka ha, let me check yung sa Slido. Baka may mga questions tayo doon before we start. Okay. Sige. I think after neto, no, doon natin i-check. Okay. Sige. So let's try to restart, no. Ito yung dalawang most common ways on what to do, no, in terms of dividend, no. Short-term dividend or long-term high dividend investing strategy. Okay. Again, hindi po ako ang nag-imbento nito, no. Ginaya ko lang naman siya. Nakita ko lang ito sa social media. Yeah, I think sa social media way back, and then tinry ko, tapos ayun, gumana naman sa akin. So, sure, 'di ba? Okay? So again, hindi sa akin ito. Hindi ako nag-iimbento ng mga pangalan. It's just so happen na descriptive lang tayo. Okay? So there are two types, yung short-term dividend play at saka long-term. So unahin naman natin short-term dividend play. Okay. Some pointers lang para at least maintindihan natin kung anong ibig sabihin. Number one, understand that there's a significant stock price move before the X date. Okay, kaya kanina ko pa sinasabi or kanina ko pa uh, hina-highlight na yung X date ang isa sa pinaka-importante for us. Okay, kasi as long as you know kung kailan yung X date mo nung stock na yon, then there's a good chance na makakapagawa ka ng strategy for that. Okay? On this particular strategy or play, you can actually maximize the price. Okay? Doon mo siya kukunin actually. No? And that's the reason why kailangan alam mo yung X date so you can maximize the price. And then also, important to note na during the X date, yung price ng stock, nagda-drop yan. Okay? Although, depende naman siya. So, when I say depende, depende kung gaano kalaki yung yield, no, yung dividend yield or yung payout. Kasi kung maliit lang naman, then insignificant na kung magkano man yung yield niya on the X date. Yan. Ang entry dito usually 1 to 2 months prior the announcement. Okay, mamaya I'll show you how I did this. Actually ginawa ko to sa SEC nung ito lang, di ba? And then the exit is anytime before the X date. Okay? So yon. Now let's try to go to SEC. Ano ang ginawa ko sa kanya and how I used, no, yung tinatawag nating short-term dividend play. Yan. So going to SCC, ayan, takayan ko siya ha, so that we can see it better. Now, as I have said kanina, trying to identify which stock goes on a specific play includes prior research. Okay? Now, on the prior research, kung mapansin natin dito, si SEC kasi ganito siya. Historically, nagbibigay siya ng dividend around twice a year. Okay? Now, if alam mo kung kailan yung schedule, then you can have a good understanding kung kailan ka pwedeng pumasok. Okay? Kay SEC kasi, as far as I know, teka ha, let's go to that. Nung sinilip ko siya kasi, eto. Oops. Saan yung ano ko? Ayan. So ito yung unang-una kong titingnan. No? Kailan nagbibigay si SEC? On the previous year, nasa around October 26. Okay? Pero hindi pa yan yung titingnan natin ha. Ang importante dito is the announcement. Paano natin makikita? Click nyo lang yung circular number here. And then, from the circular number, dito nyo makikita kung kailan yung, ayan, October 17 of last year, ito yung date kung kailan nagkaroon ng announcement. Yan, disclosure date. Diba? So from that, magbilang ka na lang 1 to 2 months prior. Doon yung time kung kailan bobodega. Kasi like for example here, kay SEC, ako nasa 30 pesos, 30.50. Yan, ito. I did it nung August 15. So bumili na ako ng SEC in anticipation na magkakaroon siya ng dividends. Okay? So now, the moment mabili ko na or the moment na nabili ko na si SEC, ang ginawa ko na lang, naghintay na lang ako. Okay? Naghintay na lang ako. And then, nagplano na ako na magbebenta kay SEC the moment na mag-announce ng dividend. Kasi usually doon nagkakaroon ng pag-angat ng presyo. Okay? So, again, no, ito yung tinutukoy ko. Entry is around 1 to 2 months, while yung exit is anytime before the ex-date. Now, naibenta ko siya. Actually, pinost ko pa nga ito sa social media ko. Nabenta ko siya at 35.90 if I'm not mistaken. Okay? So, dito, nakapagbenta na ako agad. So, siguro I earned mga around 16%, no? A good 16% profit para kay SEC. Hindi ko na siya hinintay na magbigay pa ng dividend sa akin kasi nga wala akong pakialam on the dividend. Nagkataon lang na yun lang talaga yung play. So ginamit ko lang siya as a strategy. Okay? So again, on a short-term dividend play, ang entry dyan is usually 1 to 2 months. Tapos maghihintay ka ng 1 to 2 months kapag ka nag-mature na siya and then meron ng announcement. Ang okay na play dito is syempre yung mga stocks na nagbibigay ng consistent na dividend. Okay? So, ayun siya. Nakapagbenta na ako. No, I can also sell during the ex-date, before the ex-date. Yun nga lang kasi madalas doon na nagkakaroon ng bentahan kasi marami ang gumagawa nito. Marami ang nagpi-play ng ganito, no? Hindi na nila hinihintay yung dividend. Announcement pa lang or a few days before the ex-date, bentahan na. Take profit na, ika nga. Okay? So, ayun. That's how I played SEC. No? Again, pwede ito dun sa mga stocks na consistent magbigay ng dividend. Kasi the moment na merong history, yung isang stock na nagbibigay ng dividend, there's a good chance na the next cycle or the next period, meron ulit. Okay? And then, finally, the long-term high dividend strategy naman. So, similar doon sa short-term, we should understand that there is a significant stock price movement, no? Before or after the ex-date. I'll tell you why later on. Ang focus nito is passive income through dividend. Wala akong pakialam sa price. Okay? Wala akong pakialam sa price. Well, technically meron, pero hindi siya yung main driver ko of why I would place my possession. Okay? Ang entry neto, ayun, during the X date or whenever you like. Okay? And then yung exit naman is kapag ka nag-stop na yung stock sa pagbibigay ng dividend. Okay? So again, on the long-term high dividend strategy, no, kung halimbawa, ito kasi, this is long-term. No, when we say long-term, we're talking about years. Okay, hindi lang yung 1 to 2 months na nakita ninyo kanina. Years ito, minsan talagang for retirement. Ako, meron akong long-term high dividend portfolio. I always mention that, and that's for me very lucrative, no? Very lucrative yung ganitong klase ng strategy. Yun nga lang, ang ano lang dito would be uh, kailangan mo ng malaking kapital, no? Yun lang yung parang pinaka-cons nito, no? Kailangan mo ng malaking kapital. Pero the good thing naman is you don't have to have big capital agad-agad, no? Ako, ang ginawa ko lang diyan is kumbaga monthly, nagdadagdag lang ako. So gradual siya, no? Hanggang sa makaipon. Ika nga. Okay? On the long-term high dividend strategy, ang pinaka-importante dito is choosing your stock. So, as an example, DMC, diba? So, DMC is one of those stocks na talagang consistent magbigay ng dividend. So, isa siya sa mga magaganda, no? Na magagandang kumbaga uh, nominee for this type of strategy. So basically how this one goes is buy and hold lang siya. Okay, buy and hold, and then the moment na may extra ka, dagdag lang. Okay? Now, kung napansin niyo rito, yung entry is ang sabi ko during the X date. Kasi usually on the X date, doon bumababa yung presyo. So ibig sabihin, mas mababa yung presyo ng stock, then mas marami kang pwedeng mabiling shares. Okay? Or kung halimbawang you are in the middle, then whenever you like. Diba? So dagdag lang ng dagdag.